Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer and author Professor rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today I will tell you about one of the prophecies of Nostradamus. I was just listening to some national news. I should not take the name, you can Google it. But they're saying that according to Nostradamus, this thing will happen in this year. In the beginning of 2025, in that contest, I was going through the prophecies of Nostradamus to evaluate the things. So I was shocked to find that Nostradamus has mentioned the planets and how this planetary changes can bring turmoils in the world. I can make series of lecture, or I wish to make CEO, but today I will say about one combination, that is Saturn and Mars. Let me tell you that Nostradamus belongs to France in the 16th century, the beginning of 16th century, just 1503 maybe. He landed on this earth and he was a medicine man. Nostradamus was a medicine man. So during his old age, he's observing the sky and intuitively writing his prophecies in quatrains. Quatrain means 4 lines. Or we call it quadruplets. Couplets, 2 lines. Quatrains, quadruplets, 4 lines. Verse form. Which he is dedicating or to his son, who is a Caesar, to the king. So he's writing the century from 1500 to 300 or 300, not three, even 3000 years. So it is coming 3 more millennia to come. Nostradamus is predicting. And mostly about his continents. I mean continents, not nation. France, Greek, like that. And you have to derive a lot from his writing. Not written that, well, sister, 2025, these things will come. Things have happened, you have to correlate. Unlike the natal horoscopy, where planets are taken as indicators of prarabdha in mundane, just looking at the planetary positions, you can say what is going to come. And it is for the mundane that came into existence, not the natal horoscopy. So let me read out not the shloka, the quatrain for you, then you can derive. So the prophecies is divided into possibly 10 centuries. Let me check it. Yes, 10 century. And from the century one, century means chapter. Just take it a chapter. So century one, it is the quatrain 83. It is an English translation. So mild, extreme mild deviation may be there because I was looking at the Johns Hopkins library literature. There's some English translation, and this is the English translation. That little bit variation, taste around 1% is there. So negating that, or having said that, let me read the quatrain for you. The alien nation will divide the spoils, not divide and spoil, divide the spoils. Saturn in dreadful aspect in Mars. So you just focus on this line. Saturn in dreadful aspect in Mars. Dreadful and foreign to the Tuscans and Latins. Greeks who will wish to try. So Latin is saying possibly about Latin America. And is saying that Greek will strike. So is it an indication of that world war? But when it will come? Clearly written, the alien nation will divide the spoil. I think it is divide and spoil maybe, where you can see the World War II, the treaties like US, here it is Germany, France. So maybe he is saying about the World War, but I do not know exactly the conditions, planetary condition at that time. But yes, during this World War, conditions must have come where Saturn is aspecting Mars. Shiva. Saturn in dreadful aspect in Mars. So it is not Saturn is getting aspected by Mars. It is not in, it is of Mars. I mean, correcting that preposition. Saturn in dreadful aspect. So Saturn is not aspecting us. Mars aspecting Saturn, where the nation will fight among themselves. Especially the American will be attacked by the Europeans, the Latins and Greek. So maybe the conditions where it is about the World War, or maybe situation is upcoming. So here the it is not mentioned that these things will happen very chronologically. You can say that even the stroke of not stroke, the quatrain of originally it is written in French language. So not in English. So prophecies of Nostradamus is not so easy to understand. You have to implicate the things. So not like this news media, they're coming up 2025, these things will happen. Nostradamus. I do not know how exactly it is being pronounced, Nostradamus or Damas. There is another book known as Nostramo by Joseph Conrad, which has nothing to do with this Nostradamus, but the book name is Nostramo. Maybe in that is a novel only. Maybe it is written there, but I do not know how come this media people can very easily decode the prophecies of Nostradamus. Definitely, he was in you latter part of the life involved in spirituality, not a full-time prophet. If you are a prophet, or they say that you have a grace of God or angels, then there will be prophecies. But Nostradamus was primarily a medicine man, latter part in his life, he's observing the sky, the astronomical placements, and saying this thing. So I'm reading this book and finding good that the conditions are mentioned. And nowadays you must be, this Malika. People said Bhavishya Malika. So written by Achyutananda Das, belong to my state, Odisha. Around the same treatise, 1500 is written, this prophecies is written in 1500, that is also in 1500. But I think in Nostradamus prophecies, planetary conditions are mentioned a lot. I have not gone through Malika in complete fashion. It is difficult to understand Malika also because it is also written in verse form in Odia. We have to derive from that. But Nostradamus has brought this planetary combinations more compared to this Malika, but it is not like that. This media people are saying. 2025, according to Nostradamus, this five things will happen. But where it is written? So people are saying who have not read the book, neither and night. The same, the English media has been out, and the local media is there making a comment on this. So uh, please don't be afraid. Prophecies of Nostradamus is a very good treatise. Just there's soothsayer, just like, and there are many. If you go through the book of Sylvia Brownie, a very good psychic, end of the day she has written. So the first chapter she is saying about now his son Chris, uh, Chris, I don't remember whole name. He is also practicing. So in Sylvia Brown's book, he has written how many people have prophesied about the end of the world. Nostradamus is not saying. Nostradamus is saying various propositions. If Mars is aspecting Saturn, there will be a fight among the nations. Allah nation will strike. So it may happen. Mars aspecting Saturn happening in 2 3 months in the transit. But he is mentioning Greek will strike on Latin America, for which I am saying it is he is talking about the Second World War. So it is difficult to decode the prophecies of Nostradamus, which is written approximately 5 centuries down the line. So do not misinterpret it, do not spread the rumor that will bring one kind of fear among the common mass. So if you are interested, you can read it. There are many things. Uh, Astronomical phenomena are given. I will go on giving some lectures on Nostradamus treaty, uh, which will be helpful to you to understand. Well, I hope you enjoy this video. I often target to make the videos where the videos you will not get anywhere else. Well, this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namaste.